What is the opposite of interested? Do you say uninterested or is it disinterested? Which of those words means free? Complementary with letter I or complementary with letter he? Well, in this video, we're going to find out because together we are going to be looking at 13 confusing English adjectives. Together, we're going to look at the meaning, the pronunciations, and a lot of examples to help cement the differences in your memory. And look, it isn't just English learners that get confused with these adjectives, even native speakers do. So this video is for everybody. Something else you might like is that I've created a free PDF that contains everything in this video, plus 6 extra confusing adjectives. All you just need to do to get that all for free to yourself is to click on the link in the description box, which is going to lead you to the interface where you're going to see the download symbol. Click on download and the PDF will arrive automatically to your device file. You can as well check the link to my other social media accounts in the description box and ensure to follow. Right, let's get started with the lesson and go back to the first question I asked you at the beginning of this video. What is the opposite of interested? Is it uninterested or disinterested? Well, the right answer should be uninterested. Of course, when you are interested in something, you want to know about it, you want to get yourself involved in it. But when you're not interested in something, you are simply uninterested. This means that you don't want to know about it, you don't want to get yourself involved in it, you don't want to have anything to do with it. For instance, she appears completely uninterested in the conversation, so she kept checking her phone. This means that she doesn't want to have anything to do with the conversation. Now, here is the interesting bit. Disinterested may look like the opposite of interested, but it isn't. If you are disinterested, you are able to be fair and you don't favor one side at the expense of the other side because you don't personally have anything to do with it. This is simple as saying impartial or neutral. For example, we need a disinterested judge to help decide who the winner is. We're simply saying that we need a judge who is impartial, a judge who is fair in judgment, a judge who doesn't belong to any of the parties. So to recap, uninterested means not interested, while disinterested means impartial or neutral. Now, native speakers tend to use disinterested in place of uninterested. Like they tend to use that interchangeably, especially in informal conversation. I've overheard native speakers say, I am completely disinterested in the matter. Like, God. But sometimes when communicating in the society, what really matters is not the grammaticality or the prescriptiveness of the language, but understanding. Now, let's explore these 3 adjectives that cause confusion among my students because they sound remarkably similar. Eminent, eminent, eminent. As you can hear, the problem begins with the pronunciation. Nevertheless, let's start with eminent. Listen to the pronunciation, okay? Eminent. It begins with the sound eh, as in peg, bed, to mention but few. Then the final syllable takes a short sound. It is important to take note that all those words has their stress on the very first syllable. Now, eminent is used to describe someone or something that is highly respected, prominent, distinguished for his exceptional skill, achievements, personality in a particular or contribution in a particular field. For example, you all know Ida Bassi, right? Okay, Ida Bassi is an eminent chef known for her record-breaking marathon. It is also important to take note that eminent can be used in another phase. which refers to the government's power to take over private property for public use, usually with compensation. Well, maybe not in a country like Nigeria. Anyway, for example, the city used eminent domain to take over the old warehouse and build new public park. Next, we have eminence with the I. The pronunciation is quite close to eminence, but not exactly the same thing. Eminence begins with a short vowel sound I, and you have a sh sound at the final syllable. It simply means something that happens unexpectedly or at any moment. For example, death is inevitable and imminent. Finally, we come to imminence with letter A, which means inborn, indwelling, inherent, or something deposited within. It is often used in philosophical, religious, and abstract conversation to describe something inbuilt, something inborn. For example, every human has an imminent potential that defines him. This means that every human has an inborn ability, attributes that separates him from every other person's. To bring it all together, eminence is about being distinguished, prominent, highly respected, and famous. Imminence with letter I simply means something that is bound to happen unexpectedly or at any period of time, while imminence with letter A simply means inborn or natural. Now, let's take a quick quiz to test your understanding. You can pause the video if necessary, and you have about 3 questions about to display on your screen right now. What you need to do is to pick one of those words and use them in any of these 3 sentences once. You have 4 seconds. Professor Woloshenko is an author. The announcement of the winner is and number 3, kindness is in our personality. Are you ready for the answers? Professor Woloshenko is an eminent author. The announcement of the winner is imminent with letter I. Kindness is eminent in our personality. Let me know what you get in the comment section. Next, we have another pair of words that looks like opposites but aren't. Famous and infamous. Famous has a sh sound at the final syllable, so you pronounce it as famous. Infamous has 2 short sounds, one at the second syllable, the other at the final syllable. I know it is very tempting for you to say infamous instead of infamous, but don't make this mistake. They are pronounced differently. You don't say infamous, it is infamous. You have a sh sound at the second and the final syllable. Alright, what about the meaning? Try to complete the sentences. Cristiano Ronaldo is a footballer. The politician became for accepting bribes and betraying public trust. Ready for the answers? Cristiano Ronaldo is a famous footballer. The politician became infamous for accepting bribes and betraying public trust. What then is the difference in terms of meaning? Well, famous means popular, well known by a lot of people for something good, having good reputation, positive impression. For instance, Beyonce became famous after an incredible performance and hit song. We are saying she became famous for having a good reputation for doing something good. Now, infamous, on the other hand, may look like the opposite of famous, but it isn't. Infamous also means popular, well known by a whole lot of people, but in this case, for something negative. It is similar to being saying the person is notorious. So in the previous example, you have the politician is infamous for accepting bribes and betraying public trust. We are saying that the politician is well known but for something bad. So to recap, famous means well known by a lot of people for something good, while infamous means well known by a lot of people but for something bad. Let's take a quick quiz. Ensure to share your answer in the comment section. Number one, the wine is to the rich flavor of the cheese. Is it complementary with an I or complementary with an E? The answer is complementary with letter E. Number two, we need a judge who can make fair decision. Is it uninterested or disinterested? The answer is disinterested. Let me know what you score in the comment section, and I will also be delighted to know which of these adjectives you find really confusing. Also, ensure to subscribe to my other social media handles, follow, like, comment to help the community grow and ensure visibility. See you in the next lesson. Peace out.